Welcome to Your Pretty Pennies with Tara Jones. I'm Tara Jones, financial success coach and lifestyle designer, and I help women just like you use your income to create the lifestyle you desire and to crush your financial goals. Today we are smack dab in the middle of the financial level up series here in March. And today we're talking about a winning saving strategy. So this is a strategy that I use to save over $10,000 in bank very quickly and to keep money on hand there. Let's talk for a minute before I get into the three-tier saving strategy that I always teach individuals and clients. And again, if you want to work with me one-on-one, head over to yourprettypennies.com and you can click the coaching tab, or you can click the financial reset tab. The financial reset is an online DIY online financial course that helps you click the reset button on your finances. This is the same financial strategy that I use to get out of debt quickly, to pay off over $60,000 in less than 2 years, rebuild my credit, crush financial goals, and more. Like, head over to bit.ly/the financial reset or yourprettypennies.com. But also I use that that financial strategy in my coaching sessions. I am under the weather a little bit. My baby girl, she's so giving. She's so thoughtful, my 9-year-old. And she just gives me all the germs from her school and her class. And yeah, so not feeling the best today, but I'm getting better. And I'm gonna get through this video because this series, this month we are leveling up. And I don't want me to be in the middle and the reason why you don't level up. If you're called to me, if you're called to the YPP community, we got to keep this train moving. We got to level up in our finances, level up in our lifestyle. So today we're going to talk about savings. Now, before I get into the three-tier saving strategy that I always promote and talk about, I want to get into the mindset a little bit of savings. So when you think about savings and bank accounts and keeping money on hand, whether it's in your home, in a fireproof box, in savings, in a money market, even when you do advanced saving and long-term savings like retirement, that's a form of savings. Investing in the stock market, yes, it's investing, but it's long-term savings, right? You can't easily access it. Certificate of deposit, things like that. Realize that you are setting money to the side for anything you want to do in the future, right? When you create a monthly budget, that's what you're managing. That's how you're managing your money for the month. When you set money to the side every time you get paid, that's saying, hey, I don't know what the future holds, but when the future gets here, I'm not going to be held up because I'm not a good steward of my finances. I'm always going to put something aside, not for a rainy day, and not for an emergency, because that's not what we're trying to attract, but for opportunities. If I can take an opportunity to invest in myself in the future, I need to have some money set aside for that, right? If I want to invest in the stock market in the future, if I want to live comfortably after I stop working a 9-to-5 or working in my business or building my business after 50, this is why I'm setting money to the side. Oftentimes, it's very hard for people to not be able to save money and keep money in the bank for whether it's short-term, like your savings account or money market, or long-term savings like 401k, retirement plans, investment vehicles, and things like that, is because they don't have the right mindset when they're approaching it, right? When you are saving, you are saying, I know the future is ahead. I don't necessarily know what's in store, but I don't want to get held up or be behind or be in the same spot as I am today. So I'm setting money to the side to make sure whatever comes up, whether it is something unplanned, a financial emergency that's unplanned or not, right? Or if it's an opportunity to invest in yourself, invest in your finances, invest in your children, save for a vacation, whatever the case is, you're setting money to the side, right? So again, it's all about how you view money, how you approach money, how you think about money. I don't save money for a rainy day. I save money to seize opportunities. I save money to continue to maintain and sustain and build the lifestyle I desire. So let's approach savings that way. All right. So step one, or, I categorize savings into 3 tiers. And by this, you'll know which tier that you're on your saving strategy. All right. So step for tier number 1 is the basics, is saving some money to the side to where you are able to handle any financial situation that comes up within the next 6 months or less. And typically this is where your 3 to 6 month emergency fund, as most financial experts will advise you, save some money to the side for a financial emergency. Again, the way my mindset is set up, I only look for abundance. I only look for positivity. I don't think about lack. So whether it is a financial emergency or not, to some people, I always call something what I want it to be, right? So instead of saying, oh, I have a financial emergency, my car has broke down. First of all, cars always depreciate. Cars always have wear and tear. So you should always be planning for that and planning ahead for that. Most of the times, the things that we deem as a financial emergency is really not. It's just us failing to plan for it, right? We know homes flood in the South. We know cars have wear and tear. We know tires need to get replaced. We know batteries in cars need fixing. We know our children need dental work. We know they ain't brushing their teeth all the time. We know when they little, they get a cavity here and there. We know these bills are coming up, and yet we don't plan for them, right? We don't think ahead in the future. Or let's say, for example, a book comes out or a course comes out of your favorite online entrepreneur and you can't invest because you didn't save. We all know that there's going to be opportunities to invest in yourself. Conferences, concerts, all these different things that come up. We have to be planning for them in a positive way to where we can seize these opportunities. Now, back to tier 1. Tier 1 is for unplanned expenses. Again, have money to the side. You don't know what the future holds. So we're going to have money set aside to where if something happens, like you lose your job, like somebody needs emergency surgery, and you have a bill to cover, or whatever the case is, something breaks down on your car, we have money set aside to invest in those things, right? If I don't know about you, but I would want my car to be up and running again. So I'm going to set aside money all the time, have a little bit of pile of cash over here to the left of me to make sure I can handle anything that comes my way. That's going to be tier 1. And again, watch my language. It's not an emergency fund. It's for anything that's unplanned. Again, we live in the now, but we have to plan for the future. If you're planning in your planner for the future and dates on your calendar and all these other things you're tracking, but you don't plan financially for your future, that's not wise, right? That's not wise. So at the end of the day, tier 1, we need to set aside some money for the future. And for me, that's $10,000. For some people, they like, no, that's too much. For some people, that's too little. I'm not the one to say. It's all based on you and how you feel. Again, if you do one-on-one coaching with me, I can advise you more on which is a sweet spot for you. But judging by my family and what's going on with me and my business and things like that, and the fact that I'm one person. There's only one person generating income in my household at the moment. So if something happens to me, my daughter depends on me and my income. So it gives me comfort to know I have that amount in the bank. Some financial individuals and some people who are on their own financial journey will say, no, I only keep $2,000 in the bank. I only keep $3,000. I only keep $5,000. Some are like, no, I keep $20,000, right? Keep whatever that amount is for you. Keep some money in the bank so you can handle any unplanned financial expenses that come up in the future. And also to be able to seize any quick opportunities like a concert or a conference that just pops up and you need to invest in, especially if you're a career woman. If you are a career woman, you should continually be investing in yourself, investing in your career. If you are a businesswoman, investing in yourself, investing in your business, right? And so you can have money set aside to where if something comes up in the future, you're like, oh man, this is exactly the area I need to grow in my business or in my career. Let me get some money that I have set aside to invest in that and then work towards paying yourself back. That is absolutely what you need savings for. All right. So, tier number 2, planned expenses. So these are things like vacation, property taxes, down payment on a new home. If you want to upgrade your car in cash, I'm looking at my notes, seed money for business, or if you want to grow your business, things like that. These are things that you're constantly planning for, that you're setting money to the side. And then once you have that amount that you want, you can take that money out and give it to whatever it is that you're doing. So for example, it's for a vacation. Okay, you know you want $2,000 by July, every July. So from January to June, you're saving up $2,000 every year. That's your tier 2 savings goal, right? If you want seed money for a business, or saving for to launch a business, or to grow your business, or to invest in your business in a major way, set some money to the side, continue to grow. Again, tier 1 needs to be done first. You need to be able to absorb any unexpected financial emergencies that arise, or financial situations that arise, before you start thinking about vacation, or building a business, or launching a business, or down payment on a new home, right? Keep first things first. You have to prioritize. So that's why it's in tiers. So if you already have money in the bank that's set aside just for anything that happens in the future, the next thing you can do is go up a level and say, all right, what else am I trying to get in the future? Whether that's a home, whether that's a vacation, whether that's upgrading your car, whether that's launching or putting more money and investing more money in your business, whatever that is, that's tier 2. And that comes after you already have money set aside in what some people call emergency fund. With me, I call it my abundance account. That means I have money set aside to handle whatever comes up in the short term. And then tier 2 is, okay, these are planned financial expenses I'm paying for. Again, it could be property taxes, it could be business taxes, personal taxes, if you know you're going to have to pay back at the beginning of the year, whatever that looks like, have money set aside. All right. Tier 3 is investments. Now, I hear this all the time. People are so eager to invest in the stock market, invest in cryptocurrency, invest in real estate, invest in all these things, when you don't have first things first. If you cannot handle a situation that comes up next month, why are you trying to invest in the stock market when the return on your investment doesn't even happen for years and years? The beautiful thing about investing, especially in the stock market, college fund, retirement, stock market, mutual funds, Forex trading, cryptocurrency, the beautiful thing is called compound interest. The longer you keep your money in whatever vehicle that I just named off for tier 3, which is under investments, the longer you keep your money in and ride the waves of whatever market that it's in, the more money you're going to make on it. And there's going to be a point where you can start getting some money back from that investment, that initial investment. But if you come up on next month, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, you need new tires on your car, or your child needs braces and you have to come up with a certain amount of money, or you want to start investing in your business, but you've tied your money up in these other investment vehicles that are meant to be put in there for your money is supposed to stay in there long term. You just tied your money up. So that's why I'd say it's levels to this. It's levels to leveling up financially. It's levels to savings, right? So identify which level you're on. If you're like, number 1, I don't even have enough to cover if something happens to my car, or if a business conference comes up next month, I can't even invest with the income and with the amount of savings that's in my account right now. That's where you need to be starting. If you're like, nope, I'm good on that. I have like $5,000 in the bank, I have $6,000, $10,000, however that looks for you in the bank, I can go to tier 2. What's coming up next for me? What do I need to think about and plan for? Do I pay property taxes every year? Do I owe the IRS every year whenever I do my taxes? Is there a trip coming up, whether it's business or personal? Is there something coming up that I need to start planning for and putting money to the side for? Is my car due for repairs? Am I due for tires soon? Those are the type of things you need to think about and plan for. And then you start worrying about putting your money into the stock market. All right. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. All right. And also, again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, need help with this, go to yourprettypennies.com and you can click on the financial reset tab. You can get a full online course that teaches you about your saving strategy, creating one for yourself, and more. It goes over monthly budgeting, debt repayment, credit repair, a bunch of different things. You can go look online and see that. But then also at yourprettypennies.com, you can get into financial success coaching with me, where I help you create a customized financial plan for doing all of these and more. All right. So that is what I have for you today. Definitely take some time this week to do your homework. Identify which tier you're on in your saving strategy. Write down under each one how much money you're going to save. Again, if you want advanced advice on what looks best for you and what you're comfortable with, send me a message or go to yourprettypennies.com, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.